Well, hey, welcome back. It's Dan McDonald. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. So this is interesting. I was texting with a friend last night about life, the whole situation, and in typical Dan fashion, I fell asleep mid-chat. It was late. I was tired. Don't judge me. But I woke up this morning, and I read the text my friend sent me last night, and it read, he wrote, I'm bummed out today, not because of being stuck inside, but fear of transitioning back. I don't want to go back to anything. I don't want to go back to having to do small talk or social outings where everyone judges everyone. I just want to hide and wear comfortable clothing. Not to be negative, but I have enjoyed this time for real. Wow, that's really heavy to me. Fear of going back. Can anyone relate to that out there? I mean, as much as we want it to be over, for some of us, we got used to this, and the idea of going back into a routine, it creates a bit of anxiety. For some of us, we have uncertainty if we're going to get called back at all, and that's a whole other different type of anxiety. But I understand it to a point. I feel this when I'm off on vacation for a long time, for a full week or a week and a half. I think, oh, it's been so nice being off. I don't want to go back. So I completely get it. It brings us to our guest. She is a marketing guru, university professor, author of 2 best-selling career guides, Brand You, to land your dream job for students and young professionals, and reinvent your career. Beat age discrimination to land your dream job. That's what many of us are dealing with right now. She's developed a series of online training programs to teach you how to build your job search skills step by step. She's a frequent guest on radio shows and podcasts. Joining me, the accidental career coach, Diane Huth. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Dan. It's great to be with you and your followers.
Absolutely. It's great to have you as well. No, I love your moniker, the accidental career coach. That sounds like something you might have stumbled into. Why accidental?
Well, I'm really a brand marketing expert, and I started teaching marketing and international marketing and branding at a couple universities a few years ago, and I discovered that my bright, talented kids didn't have an idea, a clue on how to get a job. So I wrote what grew up to be my book to teach them how to use the marketing skills that I use in marketing a product or a brand to market themselves. And that's what we all need to do. We have to think of ourselves as a brand and market ourselves appropriately, especially in this crazy new job market we have.
Oh, it's unbelievable, and I think the way it's going to change, I mean, a lot of us, myself included, we might not even see it coming, how much it's going to change. Do you think all of us are kind of just in shock right now? I heard a friend of mine say that, saying it almost feels like we're all kind of just stunned, like what just happened?
Yes, everybody is stunned and has their kind of feet stuck in quicksand, and my message is this is the time to look for your future. Don't, get disaster-proof. Don't let your career die. You need to be up on the fact that changes are going to happen, and you had better be ready for it, both psychologically and getting your job search skills together. You need to have a new resume. You need to be ready for whatever's going to happen. It's not going to be the same, but get ready for it.
Now, what are some things? A lot of people are, either dreading going back or they have uncertainty if they're going to be called back at all. Other people I've talked to have said, you know what, in this time alone, lots of reflection going on. I'm debating a new career path. I've had this job for X amount of years. I'm realizing I don't love it. I want to switch it up. People who are in this predicament where they're looking at uncertainty or looking at switching it up, what should they be doing in this time to prepare themselves for inevitable change?
Well, one of the things is asking just those questions. When I coach clients, the first thing I say, if I could wave my magic wand, what would your dream job be? And 90% say, I don't know, I just don't like what I'm doing right now. So you really need to be spending time thinking, what do I want to do when I grow up? What's going to make me happy, and be joy-filled? And then get ready to pivot, because running away and living on a white sandy beach under a palm tree isn't everybody's option. We have to work and pay the bills. But if it's not the same thing, so I want the word is pivot, which means don't stop. Right now everybody's stopped, right, in place. But pivot, which means go off at an angle to get around the obstacle, which is the change in job market. So do an inventory of all of your skills, not just the ones that you've been using in the last, however many years in the job, but look at all of your skills and talents, and then go out and get new ones through online learning, so that you can move to an adjacent industry or a different industry or job if yours is dried up, and repurpose your skills, add some new skills so that you are employable. You have to be responsible for your own employability, and that means gaining training. And as you know, Dan, today, current credential certifications, what you've done today is more important than that degree you got 20 or 30 years ago. So you have to do lifelong learning and gain new skills and be certified in those new skills to be able to shift careers.
Absolutely. And I mean, I was looking at your book, The Reinvent Your Career, Beat Age Discrimination to Land Your Dream Job. And it's almost like it's something from the past that, years back, you got your job right out of high school, and that was the job you retired from, and that isn't a reality anymore. But it's really important to note, too, a lot of the people I'm talking to who want to reinvent their career, they are over the age of 40, and they're thinking, is it too late for me? Am I just stuck here? And, I mean, I'm assuming you're going to say it's absolutely not. It's not too late to reinvent yourself. But it seems so daunting to jump into. It seems like such a young person's field, getting a new job and a new career.
Well, it shouldn't be, because on average you change careers every 7 to 10 years, not jobs, careers. Because as human beings, we get bored. We master something, and then if you're not learning and mastering new stuff, you get bored. And so on average, every 7 to 10 years, you do something completely different. And that's healthy, because you're only happy and you're only stimulated when you're learning something new. So my message to everybody is go learn something new. And, it is easier and cheaper than it's ever been before, and you can do it at home in your bunny slippers, because everybody's doing online training. It is so inexpensive and easy. You can go to courses like Masterclass, Coursera. LinkedIn Learning has huge amounts of things, Teachable, all these different platforms where you can get certified and learn a new skill at home for $100. And it's ridiculous that people aren't thinking about that, because we're all just so paralyzed in fear and shock. But this is the time to go learn something interesting and new. And it's fun, and you're bored watching Netflix anyway. So go invest in yourself and learn a new skill that allows you to transition, or my word of the day is pivot. You don't want to, keep going forward and beating your head against the wall. You want to do something adjacent. You want to take a different route to go forward to financial and professional security. And that may be a different job, a different industry. I'm working as an independent contractor. Currently, 40% of all workers are independent contractors, and now that's probably going to go to 50%, because so many people have lost their jobs and companies aren't hiring full-time employees anymore. They don't want the financial burden. So be prepared to set up your own consulting company or your own freelance company and work for yourself if that's what it takes to get money to put food on the table.
Absolutely. You bring up a great point, too. I mean, we're never going to have this opportunity again where so many of us have so much free time. Now is like it really is a time of opportunity to learn some new things and better ourselves. It's a great time to do that. Yes, absolutely. We have more time on our hands than we had since we were middle schoolers on summer vacation, right? So let's do something good about it. You're absolutely right. And great career guide and check. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Everybody's bored when you should be stimulated and learning. That's when you open new windows. Use this boredom to leverage new learning.
Absolutely. Diane Huth, the Accidental Career Coach. Love it. I know there's a great resource too. HireMeNowPlease.com, free resource with career guide and checklist. DianeHuth.info online. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I really appreciate it.
Dan, it's great. Good luck career-wise to all of your followers out there.